I say, when President Bill go na the United Nations, he go talk about all the good things them wey dey happen as alone, pan paper. He talk all the good things them wey dey happen, by that paper wey be the read. But certain things them wey dey happen at the ground no match wetin the president go talk. So some people now don dey remind am. And one, let's just play this clip for you quick. Listen, watch, hear wetin this mami dey talk. Yeah? Listen, Amba.
I will go through pain. Me not say a stake. Do you have me brother and my sister that they beg una cancel me rescue? Tell her this case no go cut me picking on why here last week Wednesday. Let me picking why here na dirty. No justice I don't get for me picking case. Papa government una cancel me rescue. Now I get justice for me picking case.
That is a desperate, depressed mother fighting to hold on her tears as she calls for justice over the shocking demise of her 22-year-old daughter, Namisa Fatmata Kamara, who was reported missing on the 1st of August 2022. Her remains were later discovered at a shallow grave in a neatly fenced residence in Sumaila town 9 days after the search for apathy. Until her death, Namisa was a first-year procurement student at the Institute of Public Administration and Management, IPAM. According to her mother, Maria Makagbo, her neighbor, Patricia Bombani Brown, requested for the deceased Namisa to be helping them with house chores and at the same time spend the night in their house, since her own daughter is very busy and travels regularly. She consented to this request after herself and her husband, Peter Fode Kamara, were assured of their daughter's safety. The deceased, according to her mother, on August 1st, 2022, bidded farewell to her as she had some house chores to be completed at the Bombani Brown's house, only for her to be informed by the Bombani Brown's daughter Sonia in the evening that she met their compound's gate widely open, but Namisa was nowhere to be found, despite her slippers and other properties were visible in the house. Her daughter's remains, Maria Makagbo says, was found in the Bombani Brown's compound after 9 days.
In 9 days, they don't make me pick in 9 days. See, I didn't know go there too. Picking them they play ball on the streets. As then kick the ball go down there me picking cups. So then beg me picking. Then dig a shallow hole and beg me picking. As soon as picking butu so hand it up. As soon as butu and so hand it up.
According to autopsy report, the cause of death for the 22-year-old was as a result of multiple fractures, injuries of the head, neck, facial bones, severe fatal physical assault, and sexual abuse, amongst other things, to which Namisa's mother is suggesting that she must have been forcefully deflowered to death. However, all efforts to get the side of the Bombani Brown's family has proven futile. Several calls and messages were sent to Sonia Bombani Brown and her mother, Patricia Bombani Brown, all to no avail. We even visited the house they were living and discovered that they had relocated and rented the apartments to foreigners. The Sierra Leone Police Media 1 ASP Brema Kamara has said that the investigation is ongoing, noting further information are prejudicial to the investigation and cannot touch on them. But the delay in the case, especially after 1 year since the incident happened, has fueled speculation about the effectiveness of the justice system. Speaking on behalf of the family, Kadiatu Kamara, cousin to the deceased, says they cannot bear this burden any longer, noting that their beloved Namisa deserves justice.
Well, what mean they wish for no more than justice? Let justice prevail. I believe say with justice we go able get peace of mind. But like then kind thing that happen without justice, I'm not sure say na then go expect we for law happy.
A colleague journalist at political newspaper, Cherno Almami Kamara, had also published 3 articles in the call for justice. As the days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the pain and frustration of the victims' family and the community continue to grow. They yearn for closure, for answers, for perpetrators, for verdict, and for justice to prevail, making it more important for all relevant authorities in charge to prioritize this case, leaving no stone unturned until those responsible for this cruel crime are brought to justice. Marian Amaria Bangura, AYV, for this cruel crime are brought to justice.
All right, we pray that the soul of the departed one go rest in peace. 1 year. 1 year. Or you go say na die case, you go at. But you know, after 9 days, the same compound, where they deny saying and ocean, this and that, at the same compound they meet the body. So then the back is still at for investigate. It's still at for investigate, not so. Justice in Sierra Leone, man. Sometimes it's scary though. For real. But to President Bill go and there are more. This is not just one case here. No officer say it's just isolated. It is not. Now make people not believe the judiciary system na salon. This is not reaching a court to is still in a police and force. Because the police get for charge to court. 1 year. After 9 days, when they see the person missing, they meet the body at the same compound where it can go up. Wait again. The people that don't move commodity, they don't rent the house to other person. You don't feel to see that family didn't need a closure? So when the president they go out so they talk, Moka more they remind me of the lady, the banker. At least the manager in the Pademba Road. The manager in the Pademba Road. Even though in your case then the direct foot param, but in the Pademba Road. But this one, nobody know the Pademba Road though. Nobody. And all nobody. So there are cases out there where people in the suffer injustice. I mean, they say justice delayed is justice denied. Knock the iron way wham. After 1 year, that made they cry like I they cry so. President Bill, they go out there, they say, oh, waiting the justice system na salon, not for one person, but for everybody. Then why this mommy they cry like that? Why salon police? They take the same. Salon police. When I get big work, we know that. We know that. But today, when I do na work. When I do na work. When I get part for play. When I get big part for play inside the justice system in the country. Because now the first people where they come in contact with the public. Now the charge go courts. Now may they want say, well, certain thing and they will not go talk, we go prejudice the case after 1 year. from August. They don't pass 1 year. Eh? But if they offend the body inside the compound, I don't say some of you will not get una novice way compound na work. But I not think say that one they've asked for that for Ulu. I not think. Yeah, una go do na investigation, una do na findings, but na inside the compound. Let the court go determine. Salon police ou de ou tuna. Nage work do. Nage heleba work. Some of we still count on una. When I get people them way, well, they don't give up on una. But some of we believe say small space still dey. Small space still dey. For make una do something better. President Biobi meets with the president of South Korea for make them discuss ways of strengthening the age-long relationship between Salon and South Korea, and for the common interest of what we want. He said and discuss on areas of mutual beneficial partnership, particularly in the area of foreign affairs and international cooperation, agriculture, higher and technical education, and private sector investment. I say he meets with the president of South Korea. Yes, now they will see by the picture where the shake person and the president of South Korea and the relationship between Salon and South Korea don't begin from 1962. Salon say we committed for work together towards the growth and development of the two countries them for the benefit of the citizens. President Will also meets with the Vice President of the People's Republic of China. Salon don't maintain the long-standing diplomatic and bilateral relationship with China. And it's in a mutual respect, trust, and sustainable partnership. The meeting may provide a platform for states with commitment for strengthening with common interest, including partnership in infrastructural development, trade, people-to-people exchange, food and water security, and sharing of knowledge and skills. Okay. All this happen with President Biogo at the UN. President Biogo also meets with the former president of Tanzania, but in the chair of the board of directors for the Global Partnership for Education. President Biogo talk about the young government's continued investment in education, and that's where Brice don't go play. That in commitment for promote foundational learning, radical inclusion, and gender equality. It be expressed in readiness for work with them and the global partnership for education when a GPE in advance of education as a right globally and transforming education system as creating a springboard for a stronger economy and fairer and more stable society. All right. President, maybe do an interview na VOA. Moka mo de ask that president you no meet with it for this first the 5 years, eh? Well, the one that will not be meet with that first 5 years, it go complete on this second one. Watch Sarah and talk to my president. We do an exclusive interview na VOA. We go put some na Facebook. I don't know. You all bring a Canada now, or I think we're gonna have a program on this interview. One day next week. Yeah, because some of the things the way the president say. I don't know. Is it now because for say na the questions the way then they ask? Eh? For saying the questions the way then they ask? Now I make because now we know say they talk about dialogue. A dialogue we talk about now, not so. Nothing say the dialogue we talk about now. Now with the because some of the words the way the president they talk, man. I make you the wonder though. If truly we want for dialogue. If true we want dialogue. Not all I play so. Not all I play. But tomorrow we'll go upload the full video now. We'll go for work on the audio because when we say the journalist Peter, they ask the question, that's why they don't look audible. So they work on that audio there. We'll make an audible. Then we go upload them. Yeah. We don't block John Cisse. John Cisse now possibly we don't follow you for the longest. But you have to control your emotions. Yeah? If you know what say a network team up for. No matter what kind of relationship you think so you get with a network, if you break the rules, the bouncer will take care of you. If you break the rules, the bouncer will take care of you. So John Cisse we don't block him. If you think to say you act so warm, then come on at the stream first. But not do it you know say we know they encourage now. Yeah? Then they tell back say you block me. Then he's not here anymore. You don't say where they follow now, but when you do it, we say no for do. Trust me, you're gone. Yes, who's friend, what you get for it today, sir?
Yeah, thanks Triple A. Thanks for talk with through, and thanks for the patient figure for always bring up waiting in at the table and waiting don't happen at salon. I'm looking at the week. We know say we don't talk a lot. We bring come see on Monday. You bring about the local government and accuse mayor about putting a fraud, you go do some fraud and misleading agreement in a city of Haven. And then we talk of recall of Sierra Leone passport by the Honorable Alusan Kane regarding the way we didn't have some people in hand. So we don't know what strategy we get for can apply. In other words, the passport they na people in hand way they give bad name to the country, we not to legal people who for hold the tender of them. But only hope say we able to look to how we structure all that in agreement based on previous agreement we be done they see next page we don't get. So we don't know how far that agreement get for go. And then you see the president on Wednesday talk about President Biowe received the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, winner Karim Khan, discuss about the discussion about the statute, then another agreement, the within them we don't go talk, not to them, but within previous leaders who in a different country don't go agree say I didn't see how they expect say country for follow, but if you do this and this and this, they are against human rights and the court can come inside and show you what thing for do, and then a point can come if evidence they for prove what you don't do, then go prosecute you. So that na mostly and how una go able for cooperate for letting Tiago go. How una go open una door in case somebody can investigate, or how una say go support for the get information where you know say this not the right thing they go. It not depend the government can be anyone, but that not just the way with the diplomacy didn't go. So then we talk about the road traffic regulation then. Offense with SLRSA, they don't put about charges them. We look again how they get for try restructure the infrastructure, what they get for build in terms of the what thing will make traffic laws and work, the roads, how they will able for talk to the driver, they for understand, and how they will able for be genuine in terms of them charges there. And some people that some of who bring say it too much, we compare them to your basic salary, you people in the end. So that now what we talk. You bring about this today mostly about the police and the police action and how evidence and they deal with them and different case. The one they don't free for try maybe free up space in terms of the congestion, and some of them they review them for either they would try for make them own how then they call them see their scala, in other words, their own profile. In other words, they say, oh, it's like a portfolio. So all man go and make them. So the judiciary they said they have to build them portfolio. Because we see recently they go out and go for some meetings and tell them, but maybe not the little way that one the way they want to do and more expect say therefore they look into how therefore avoid them thing they are who will lead to them causes of detaining people. So but the point more we look serious about this investigation. Now police then therefore try to do a lot. We don't know say they know how to do forensics. But here is building the structure for let justice it will be actually applied to all man. But now because of the police investigation and how they able for prosecute. But for now you go say well I didn't hear because in and then get them body now when I get pressure. Why would I not bring suggestions them back? For say this now the mental state look try develop because that man they the only way for keep under will not be for don't commodity. Or like a place when I home generally, like I be always say like that guys like a developer, people will live a life where we able for sure and people and then for go monitoring and for replace get back to social life and how you able to do your life. If you not work now, but there is a chance where maybe 8 out of 10. So you they reduce the numbers. But if all these things here, they know they would get these leaders and they go under, then get the battle now a relationship with them they try for make. Now they making that international relationship, then they go, which is quite good. We see president, they go here. But sometimes, this again, now some of the things we expect, say, like he go to UN, he can bring all these challenges. Because if you listen to the speeches, so different than they make up to today. All man, they make a story of something, not a story where not a bad, a wrong story, but a reality where it happened, and he put it as evidence. So that challenges they make are not able for meet them in there. On a head challenges there, I go able for put me no know if APC then go do this. So me no know if APC then do the all me know now then see how now would they try for avoid for now we can't put the system and we show what's that like the problem. So people then go address if like digital system one put two all man go come everything will be digital we no confusion go they will spend money pana. So even the one day where they can now over can be external people then for negotiate then will not say that then here una need. So in other words there are many ways we go able for make up development can through some of them things they will be sustainable. Some of them once a day they were on train, una go able for develop them go before. Because now they try for avoid for tarnish the characters of institutions and then you as a leader so that they know the question you about the performance of your institutions then, especially when it comes to the judiciary, the police, because at the moment the tensions and they rise up every area. You they talk about in the president, they talk about terrorism. Then at the side, we don't mention about it, then they don't day. Now then point then they how we are able to negotiate for go far for stop these things. But these are the points who they expect a development to able kind of country when we are able to restore that mutual trust between people there. You the citizen they understand within the government they do and you the government you actually go out for tell within that you need for do for the people there. I know we want to keep so much time but external relationship we get for look in that regional one how they put her now it go make that multi the development good day because you really see say you get a good external relationship where you get for do development. Some of the leaders the way they see them they knock just like Kenya where them go they say oh you tell off them people because you don't begin develop you know say they get young inside what they develop they get certain things some them back then they go off track but some of them then they find diplomacy and that diplomacy now in them will come for use for let them go develop not to only diplomacy back for go get we don't get them back that diplomacy we will forget what you will get through diplomacy for let the people and able for benefit from it because remember you get geopolitical rivalry. South Korea, you get blood effect, China and America they so Europe then they so you get for no back how you get for play you card so that you know will become a victim of that geopolitical rivalry, then you can get a scene of people and they perform like you place. But through that, someday they can say, well, block and so forth, so left this. So these are the things you get for no, so that you get for translate commitments into action, so that you will say, we must deliver within that commitment, translate them to action. Thank you very much, and let God help our nation, and let we get thinkers them, and people that we genuine, and people that we ready for open their hearts, for serve, and able for let the poor man be able for know within he really need. Because this lady, even we die, we make so they cry. What are the evidence that they will not prove? Who them before don't get? DNA, the lady sexually accused. If people have evidence beyond the wherein will get a record that digital system, whereas the born person as so DNA they go, the biometric they did, when something happen and go check that DNA, you could able to go. So all this now link with the link to development to one way. So when you get for new strategies, not to just for say a gap today because we need on kind of go do this, then you left another gap. So you can forget change work. Now in the meet up for let get development where they say either this is the deep kind of a development now when a globalization for Lord will meet up technology and people and will live their life fine. Thank you so much. Lord not just get selected few will benefit, but Lord get everybody who will make decision who will not go undermine trust. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
Yeah, more welcome, yes, sir.
Now get Alpha and waiting in get for it today. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yes, thanks for having me. Today na Saturday, even though time don't go lot, just give me on 1-2 points quick. First of all, I think me go one for I know say I will commend the judiciary, but I think say Sometimes so they make some contribution, very, very, very much important. And I think say people they listen. I mean, I one person in this platform when we make mention of say, with the judiciary system not get any clear rules or a clear punishment term in terms of where somebody commits crime. Law say, for example, now you thief person 1,000 euros, then can you go say reach in a court, then the judge go give you a sentence for just 1,000 euros. He go give you law say 4 years imprisonment. When you look at the punishment, the most times it not commensurate to the crime or the problem when the person gets. Me na one person we advocate we talk about that now, and I go to the extent say a good letter revise some of we laws them na that country we were able for make some cases then they no need for send somebody na pardon by road. Some cases then they me one for say with judiciary system go even settle case in peace. You know, other than they don't say yes, this one, they know what why for go jail this person. Settle her in peace. Make let that community day, or then two people and they come in peace, then go. That will create more peaceful environment other than any small thing. On a jail this person, on a this person. At the end of the day, guess what? You they create more divide. Now you community or now the community other than you bring more and peace together. So for me, for your say then go the judiciary week or whatever, then go the Supreme Court judge, then go the sentences them some me too high in terms of, but when you look at self the one necessary for then free or when they release now, not only with the time they almost done because that's what me see here. We get fresh cases the way the term limit where they give them people and they too boku. Yeah. So for me, I think that then kind of case then they win me one for the rebut. Not to the one way now 3 months, 5 months, $9 for the person come out, then we begin put an as news. There are people where you really look them case them. Yeah. Now case where they said to that person they don't go about their business. You encourage them not for do that again. That's how me want not to all time, not lock this person. Then the other thing I want for talk on quick. According to I think it's a human rights law, it say a person is presumed innocent until they prove him by competent law, or I mean competent courts. Yeah, but what they found out na salon. Imagine you get case, they not find you guilty, so you don't spend 1 year in a remand. Is it not the punishment now for the case where they not find you guilty it's for? I think I want to know away from you will give you analysis and they try for look at them. Because you don't find me guilty, you don't begin put me in a remand 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. The case will not sit down panaeto. Imagine at the end of the day, you not find me guilty. That sufferness why I don't go suffer under that remand, which then call it. The court or the country will able for repay me back. Don't like what they say. Some of them people don't go suffer for nothing so. What is the state going to do for them? How are they going to compensate them for the time being lost? It's something very, very serious. And I don't know if we can't reach that level or get their system they were in. If you know, then do you wrong? The law, the court says, or the judges take something or do something we know say this one a wrong one. And you're able for like a come out and you're able for fight them. They get any means. Let's ask this question. Maybe I will like ready for land. If anybody gets more, I ask people. The system gets any means where they will compensate that person for wrongfully. Not say jail the person or sentence and for wrong thing way, not to the person do them. Because if not so, people then time done. Imagine you go put somebody how many years we come, but that person not useful again. Because the time where he may get rank, where he get the zeal for making work for safe for the future, he don't spend an Apademba road. Then we can't come on out, trust me, what he expect for do again. And we not get no resources, and we not get any center away after them Maya don't come out so now. Then for able to go through counseling system, then for able to go through a lot of things we're able to make them reintegrate back to their society or their community where they find themselves. But they just left them now, una go. Some outside come out now, if you go there, they feel that's strange. They're strange for them. You see, so I believe say they need to get them, need to get their resources center and they all over outside the prison and or whatever. Let them get their resource center and they where they go able for the keep the jailman them, let them able for go back to the community and then become more useful. And even at that, then able for even the monitor them, able for get a system wherein they will say, see, this one a successful story, this person don't come out, would able for reunite and back in the community. At the end of the day, see how it don't change in life. Then they're able for get a whole system. It can, in fact, it can be a job creation. Not to the one where the president is talk, but I wish we will get Daleko you see inside this week. We'll get somebody with the really analyze the president in speech, because I don't listen other programs where they try for do them best. AYV self me do with these journalists, you know. But it will be good. They also get opportunity for run much on the president in speech. But the fact remains, for me, the judiciary system, they have to do more, because when you go back to the TRC reports, and whoever forget for quote this one, yeah, one of the factor of where the rebel war, I mean, injustice, and we don't want for good inside and again. They need to do more, like where El Caskin quotes making and praising the justice man with the still call on El Cas. Let's talk to them. They get more for do. Honestly, they really get a lot of work for thing for do for ensure say when you get your case, you don't need to forget sabab, you don't need to forget money. If you deserve the right, you get the right. If you deserve the wrong, let them give you wrong. But not to pass where you get wrong. But if you get money, they get that right. They know it's not done. Okay, you are end with this. Any case where you handle, where you not handle and well, one day, someday, you go before the Lord, the Master. You go answer question. Now that I'm going to take this weekend, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Welcome on board, Tony. What you get for it today?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me and Kushe and Cabo family. They contribute from Sierra Leone, Freetown. And this now one pot, everything goes. You know, me on advice not to the chief minister, because he's the head of all the ministers them. You know, for a couple of days now I've been in Freetown. And I left here March this year. So it's like 6 months ago. I feel say we middle level manpower need urgent attention. Urgent attention in a sense. I dey drive around, I happen for live in different places. I go come out Waterloo today, I go come out Hamilton today, I go live na Lumley today. And if we get for bill this country, that will just by appointment of ministerial positions. We get for see how we able for bridge the gap. And the gap where they exist at the middle level manpower. There's so many advantage or so many things that we can tap into. The young people I feel say Krioma Kimpu Paribu say put yams na fire. Take eye, they look for nef. Government get a role for play for develop the middle level manpower. Hello, you get me? Hello? Okay. The middle level manpower need urgent attention. This an office say we get for focus on whether na APC or whether na SLPP or whether na NGC or whether na C4C, whether na this country need urgent attention. If we get for develop this country for we productivity improved, we get for put provision in place for develop the young people. I've been here for a couple of days now. And me a grassroots man, and I don't move length and breadth of Freetown. Eastern I come out, I did at the Western right now. And the young man them, I feel the government get for make a provision how they can able for develop them. So many ways then they can tap into for develop the young man them. The police, you don't need for make they all join police, because we they see what's in the happen how the police not able for manage crisis. Where they're also emotional in handling crisis, because I feel say they not they do then blunder then they wouldn't they recruit some of them guys there into the police force where some of them and obviously then they screen them well in terms of drugs or anything. So when they join the police, they already are addicts them. Some of them are addicts. So when you call them for go respond to crisis, the way at which then they respond to them crisis, then they respond to them very then they in a professional manner. Then they respond in a professional manner. We go see rational detachment. So I feel say government have a role for play. The reason why I feel say we all can the point at government now because now they take the greatest responsibility. If this country sweet today, na them. If this country bitter today, na them. Then therefore be Kumbra we for United States Nation. It no matter whether na APC, whether na SLPP, whether na NGC, them as the head get for United States Nation. If we not unite this nation in communication, this country not go ever sweet. I feel say the problem when we get na alone na because we always they assume in making decisions. The one the way they lead we always they take sides. People then in a street way, they're very eloquent. They're very some man very smart. Governments go for bill and institutions for able for develop people them, especially the young girl them. I did a beach right now, a Lumley beach. If you see the amount of young girl them way you see right now, a beach na a Lumley beach at this right now. It's sad, bro. It really sad. Governments need for form institutions or for set up institutions we go able tap into then ladies here then for develop them not to for say not for make gara tie dyeing or anything, but are you able for develop them, let them become more productive in the sense institutions then the way you go develop for training people let them get career, they not get career. And if they not get career, then they make you find out say they not get choice, but go on for do temple run. Government get for put a policies in place wherein some of them ladies here therefore learn skills them. Not to guarantee dying no more. But continue the way it can tap into. We they live in a first world, we they see a woman them, they take responsibility, they take leadership. Governments now you na the cobra. You get for take responsibility. You not get for begin to look and say, oh, there one so there one so. No. This now we country. If you want for rule this country, you want for succeed, you not get for rule this country with tribalism, you not get for rule this country with sectionalism, you not get for rule this country with nepotism, you not get for rule this country with sectionalism, you not get for rule this country, you get for get an open mind because these are Sierra Leoneans. A man, if you can as alone today, you see the young man them, brah. A lot of them are into drugs. Governments need for put policies in place for take some of these young men them for land them, let them get trade. Institutions and they where they come, they need people that with skilled labor. Some of these guys on the street nuggets, the skills, they require skill set where they need, they not get them. You na kumbra, you na government. For now, when we not get institutions then we na foreign companies that way they on ground for help them, you the government get for take policies them way you get for develop. The Ministry of Youth, not for just be an institution, way for create a policy for make Waska. Waska is not a sustainable project. Because what you make if when the council, how many of we they care then go na Waska for let them go was. There should be a sustainable project. We dey look for people that wait for sabi for cut glass for fix pamotuka will not get in a salon. We dey look for people that wait for sabi for do other things them will not get in a salon. Do ya mean a bigger they big good wherever we they list we na government functionaries, we na government within our government, the young man in our streets una create a policy in place for train them for make We youth them tomorrow could be more responsible and able for contributing meaningfully to its society than salon. Now, bitch at this. Why now they talk to you? So I get one young man with him at the glass right now. They wait for bula bula. I forget and something. I don't pack no motoka. We know for accident in the where you get man, the way, hey, bro, pack here now, pack here now. I dey watch out for you. I dey watch out for you. No, we for don't move past that. We for don't move past that. It's sad because me not the base me contribution on assumption. I dey base me contribution on reality because the Canada is gone. I'm gone. Some of we believe salon say now we can't read this because we where they live in America. Most times the people that where they live so go back to your country. Go back to your country. That it tells you say some of you are citizens, second class citizen. It either you citizen that you passport or you card say you born as salon. This country are the one that they rule we be APC or SLPP get a responsibility. We youth them deserve better. We youth them deserve better. Government get a responsibility for take care of them youth there on the streets. Create institution we go give them trade. If you develop them, they develop them skill, then go become more productivity. They will become more productive tomorrow. Even football, okay, that I go give the government a plus. They trying so much. Babadi na me classmates we get Southern Arena na me na do applied accounting na IPAM who graduate the same year. You understand? I couldn't store am. But we want to see more Sierra Leoneans we engage in sports. We got so many sports sporting discipline as along where government they neglect. The Ministry of Sports they neglect. The only sports where then they pay attention to now football. Sports that invisible exports. Like we they send diamond. We they see out there money when a Senegalese, you see, go build hospital in a village where you come out. If we create that avenue, they where people then go able for play and showcase their talents, then buy them, then go. Like I don't know, buy Musa Tumbu, you go. That money where they bring can invisible export now money. If you get 10 or 50 players where they play abroad, now money then they bring can. Now Salon go develop. If they go na them village where they come, let's say Musa Tumbu, for example, go na Tumbu, say me, they can build hospital na Tumbu. If government not build hospital, I be the can build hospital. Now are the benefits where you go get when you invest in sports. Government are not still invest in sports, they need for put more attention. Country music, for example, we see how musician Bono Boy for let perform normal, you get for get $1 million in a 5-star hotel in the lodge with 2023 motoka, then you get for provide. I don't go in shows them. I don't go Davido in shows them. I don't go Bokude Nigerian artists in shows them. Those are invisible exports. They have to create an avenue. Even if you get artists the way they sing against the government, embrace them. Bakabami say before they go to bush, let them sing. I know let government, if government they listen me and they talk from salon, una embrace the musicians the way they sing against una. Una use the positive side of the music when they sing against una embrace them and bring them come together, let them sing good music so salon go prosper. If they call them for go perform to me, say, hey, would they call Ackman for go perform that Canada? If you reach Canada, he make money. If they get $20,000, that $20,000 they count on a salon. Now development, it must can invest in a salon. Government get for institute a way. Then appoint a guy that say an ambassador for entertainment in all those shit. Do ya if they get for appoint an entertainment ambassador, make sure you appoint somebody way very mature. We go bring an institution or a studio, a music studio, we go tap into the new talents that we get. And if na yearly program like they make AGT, American Got Talent or whatever, we're going for tap into new bobo them or new people them or female or male with sing music, get sponsorship from companies them, banks, mobile companies or everything. We go support them over, let them say pull album, then rise, then make money, then this the manager or the manager go make money, the people that went at the engineer go make money, everybody along the chain go make money. so much they follow what happen at this country. Now no they wait for MCC money. Now no they wait for World Bank for good money. Now no they wait for other people then for good money. This country get so much follow what's happening to. Me they talk about go to the government, the middle level manpower need urgent attention. Urgent attention. Government, it no matter if them people then the way they demonstrate and they this, they're not there for una look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is they are Sierra Leoneans. They are Sierra Leoneans. That my own contribution when they make. The middle level manpower need urgent attention, bruh. Look all them guys they are waiting at beach now, the bula bula. All them titi away engaso, with the engaso. They are Sierra Leoneans. They are Sierra Leoneans. It's sad. Let we look at the bigger picture, how we go able to develop institutions that we go tap into them guy, bring them on board and give them skill. Require skill. Now my own submission and Abraham. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ezekiel, welcome on board, sir. What you get for it today?
Thank you so much, Triple A. Thanks to the panelists and all listeners. Yeah, really enjoy with Brother Wade in a salon right now. We talk about the issues that the young people and they go through in the country. As they always they mention, and this now the future generation where they look at and look at the foundation way then they get right now. A very, very difficult. And when we politicians and then they genuinely put human face at the situation where people and they go through, a very painful, really painful. First, I want to understand how the prosecution process they go. Now the police then they go prosecute a criminal. If now the police then they do that, then get criminal background, then get really a lawful legal standing for letting them prosecute somebody. I'm confused about that because like what thing I understand about the police, in general, out in the face of things, then they make arrest and then prosecutor for day, whether not the town, or the city, or for the court, then they go with the report to them about this particular person. Now the prosecutor go look that and conclude say yes, this now crime way I need for prosecute according to the report way I don't get. Because the police are not, how many police they will get legal background? So I'm confused how the police and they always hold somebody. Now make you get 72 hours for letting charge that person. The police not get right for hold that person because they not get legal background. The issue way then they see now the one way then feel say according to their own understanding or the law way then gets according to them books. Nine make them they make arrest, but the person with the legal standing, legal mind now they look. Even if the police see say there's some credible thing now for let they arrest this person and charge her, and then somebody with legal mind they tell you say, especially if now prosecutor way it represent the city or town, it did not say me I want go with case one, no say this case here I go win because I forget all evidence. I for no say evidence there. Let not just go like that. Again, because they will not get no area where this person where you don't waste in time so much, and then you find out saying you wrongly accuse her, then not get no way for let and get restitution, no way. Then they sue nobody because now even the prosecutor they take it time for don't just charge somebody like that, and then they find out say una not get no evidence. It can turn around and sue the city for wrongful charges where they make against her. For in all the sudden the city they lost money for compensate that person. for all these things. If we really want for live in a peaceful society where the people are not going to feel so aggrieved all the time, police just they arrest somebody, no legal standing, no they in most cases, then just go lock them up first, then give some lengthy time for let you come back. Some of the things that, so let's say for instance they make some you be make some thing people away the array and then they send them pademba and then for let them come back. So people some issues that not the way people and get chance for get bail, because every time when they arrest person, we not even hear about this person yet in bail them post and this amount. Let we see now a family not able for go bail that person they, we are not ever hearing say police then don't arrest somebody for issue and then post bail for let we know how much it costs if they want bail that person. Then here would they see even murder case where they arrest the person because they know say that person they na risk, then they still put the bail. One lady 2 weeks ago, we in the Canada bank and the issue happened, they shoot somebody, where they arrested, they post in bail $1 million. But at least they for post something. But every time we just they send people in this Pademba road, they go, I don't know. The grievances is too much. The heartache, heartache and the headache and the family burden is too much. We really need for put human face by a lot of things. Lord, we put humanity into say the reason why una day na follow we make sure say justice day. But Lord, we not try for appease one person really wrongfully disgruntled, and some people even give them really life-threatening disease sickness na their family. Because sometimes the person who not the one go lock up. Now the man with the hustle for probably for 10 people. Now una go lock them up and then later on sometimes no evidence no day. For say now really responsible for the arrest who una don't make. Una no post bail, nothing. We really need for help with self. We need for help with self. And we they see this, we they see this at a village level, then they able deal with the issues, conflict, then they see don't panam na turn way conflict happen, they all together until the one way not they under their control. But why the village level they're so able for put things then together and organize the community and continue for thrive than the city? Why? People and then a community, you they read and they lock up some like that man way in the talk. Cell phone, then don't thief and the money hand. It's true. It might be true that some phone na thief and thief and hand. But we not go put the charges together for let the man pay for him. Still restitute the people away they lost. It's the people away they lost the phone, they still not get their phone. That was what they wanted. Now, they don't be while you go lock the man up, then they not get their phones. It was for you for find a way how they go get their phone. But you go lock the man up. It not only give the people and their phone, it get the people the picking there if not true, if not good teacher, the picking the way been they educate, no go educate there again. The business way been they thrive on for take care of your family, not able to take care of. You see the boomerang way they happen now. It not only affecting community, it affect the one the way they not get them phone. At least they don't get small compensation if they be say this man for the pay, 200,000 every week. Then give the one person this, then give the other person. At least somebody go get small money for go buy a new phone. You don't deprive the community the one the way they've been still charging at that place. Now they will find other place. The school business, if he be able fend that school day, if he been the teach they now all collapse. If the family been there, they all fall apart. Why would not they try for see this year in a big net? How come? And these are the legal minds where they're supposed for put with country structure in place. Yet some of them then they help actually for scattering. Because if you put all this together, we they see now here, some of the court shows of who they see. One party, if you go with the truth, if they dismiss you ticket, would they see them? Some people, one old part go, it talk say, I mean 90 days, but all I mean they drive me picking for let go do dialysis. This time why I they go because I've been they run late, so I run fast. In the process, I run that yellow light. By the time they pass, it don't turn red. The judge turn around. He say, "Sir, you na good man. At the age of 90, you they drive you picking for let go get dialysis. You na good man." Can you imagine if it deprive that old man? The only the whole that party it they destroy in picking now. Because if nobody know there for driver for dialysis, now they die. Common wisdom. These are the legal minds where they sit up yonder. You go lock that man up for 4 years. Come on, man. What thing they happen? What thing they go on? How we go be so this really, so that man be not ever commit crime? If that na enforce issue will happen, and if it tell you say na thief, then thief, no investigation, not show say na lie, they lie. I don't know how they present them anyway, but the thing just too common for let that man go crop 4 years. Lord, we open our mind and put humanity face by this year. They go by any career. Most people they ask them, why you they go by this career? Most of the communication, the response to that, it end up to how in the impact in community, how in the impact people and how it they change people in their life. Every area of career we they talk to people and the end result for be an impact either in community. Of course, when we they talk about community, we they talk about people where they did it. And therefore, you forget a little bit of soft hearts in certain areas. And I'll say bad people and all they bad people and they. But come on. You see some things and they able. Lord, we begin put human face by some of them here. Lord, we show love to ourselves. What side you need? Because you as a judge, in fact, not dandy you for be good at. When the person way a car with case to you before they go, even if you not getting money, it will feel good because the way how you talk to them. But everything, bam, 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 lock them up. And we put out some things that we do wrong. We class her by either region or party or this. Not to so. Lord, we open our mind up if we really want we country for go forward. If we really want we country for go forward, some side where una day in authority, where you need for put your heart down small, because you not get all the answers. If you then at any place, they say now you no more get the final answer, you are in trouble. If nobody know the way they counsel you and help you in that process, you are in trouble because nobody not get the answer 100%. The man way they even overlook down the office, so they get answer to certain things. So if you smart, you for sharpening your eye and ask and you and you ask questions to the people away then they around you, or even the one that way they know they inside the system, so that then go point out the things that way they see, because the one that way then they with you, then they always sweet talk you. The one way not they with you, now go talk, even though they feel and say na negativity, they say look for the truth way go help you in the process. If we not do this, we will continue for struggle. When you day down na the country, you they see people and they inside government right now waiting they complain about how they hardship, yet they not get mind for talk than they. And anybody else we want talk now, when they put them into a different category. How we all go help ourselves for letting change. Lord, we get open mind in all spheres in that country. If we not doing for help ourselves, these people are also Leoneans. The one way now really criminal, we go cause problem, we go cause injury to other people, and definitely we need for hold in certain place until they get a change mind. But the one day we some things and they win an accident, some things and they accident in the sense that it just happened, but then people are not to so then they not to so then they do things. Lord, we set bail until the issue is solved. Oh no, would they just rack them up in a Pademba road? It thing they boomerang in a lot of areas. We will continue for cause more problem for we. If the future way you want lay it straighten up, but you not try for arrest the things that we they lead to that, we will continue for face the same problem. I hope say we leaders then will get open mind for make sure say things continue for change for everybody, so that we will be proud of Sierra Leone tomorrow. Thank you so much, Triple. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes. Yeah, Patrick, you get 5 minutes, sir.
That country there will get a long way for go. We get long way. We not even start before solve the problem itself. We not even say let's start on the foundation it. Me, I don't see the money in that country. They were the same money. Let them forget about the big outside revenue that they come out. Wantaki, Usayas, mining, you know. Excuse me. Let them focus on the local revenue. Local revenue. I'm with some of these institutions, which revenue that they bring to government, to central government. Let's take example, Ministry of Health. Which kind of revenue that they bring? They get beaucoup way for bring revenue into the central government. Ministry of Health. Number one, like Ghana, the Ministry of Health. First of all, they get health officer there, where they go restaurant to restaurant for check for workers the way they if they get health card. And where you need the health card, you go to Ministry of Health. Where you go there, they go partnership with their lab center there. They say go test your blood. Where they test your blood, they give you results, you bring out a Ministry of Health, they review, they give you health card for work in a restaurant or for handle food. Because we don't know beaucoup sickness where some people they can go around and you don't need for church food. Even the one the way they sell food in the streets in Ghana, Kenke, whatever they sell, they get health cards that some of them. The one they will not get, they go under radar, but still they catch them. Like the one that they go to the markets there. I don't see that so many others that Joy FM where they go to the markets there. For local side they grain the corn. The corn where they can use more for make banku, for make kenke, for make agbele, for make all these things. Because some of the machine there, where they guy they grain them maize there, they not clean out awfully. So you go see some moldy set up and the thing. So they arrest the guy there. Sometimes they even shut down the shop. Outside they grain the pepper and tomatoes, all that thing, granite. They show that now that time they some of them they sabi argue. So oh, we don't know this, we know they say we're ignorant to the law. They give a ticket for go appear in a court. They give a warning first. If they're not cleaner, if they come back the next time they see say you're not clean. Now they give the ticket. So you go to court, the health department, they get a lawyer there. So how many restaurant workers in asylum will get health card for sure sayers they not get diabetes, they not get this, they not get that, they not get this some sickness where for even the church food. Street food there. We get boku, no, not the grey with cookery woman there, or the one where they sell half thing there. They don't know for the health status there. How many of them know the health status there? I don't go buy street food wanted. Smoke fish. Now about first the lady came there near that, I don't know the school name. The international school, Zion school. Open I see left but mango small. One school they now they in a net, now they made the cap. The smell, the aroma, they attract me. But wait, give me the fish, give me the one way fresh roast that net. Now the one way me don't roast the following day. It's just one man on my rub granite when I give me. Me go now, granite na begin it and build it. The smell, the rotting. All the thing that why it or carry on belly catch me. The kind food poison why I get. We get so many we health department for the bring revenue. Look that death and bat. Which kind revenue that they bring car? Unless how many people that they picking the way they born every when not get birth certificate. Even inside that they born a corners na cottage. They know they get birth certificate, all them thing and they for the work with the hospital as soon as you born. Birth and death for don't they just like how they do it, give the paperwork, fill them, send me the fill and put and then they send her to birth and death process and you pay your money. They only tell people that they get birth certificate or they get death certificate. Now they need that for government issue or travel issue or some kind of program that require that thing. Now I tell you now they're ready for go bribe the highest bribe for let the thing come on the next day or the very day. And then they accept that. This institution they know they bring revenue. If not only they don't they lose the revenue where they could collect. We get traffic, we know they bring revenue that much. Or man, then the last one that water services there. When they begin they arrest people or tax people there for water tax or how many like we beach them along from I know you talk about Funkia, Godry Beach, Fisherman there, Tetumbo. That's a big harbor there for fishing. I believe that they get union where they pay or whatever. Let's say take her from Lovely Beach. Take her up about the beach. Then look at guy that they where they fishing. They not they pay them thing and they can't fish the way that they get other sometimes. Look last year. Now last year I go get fish there. Yeah, you see the fish there I may send you. You see? Look the amount of some of the wild basket cost me 300,000. Just for the day, they make more than 1-2 million at that place. Because when they catch fish, they sell get them lady that they want to sit on the beach road there. They sell the sell and give the tourists or certain fish that they where they get, they sell give the hotel lady. Why they were tapping? I don't think them guy that they pay any. Maybe they're going to pay revenue to whatsoever once a year for me. They not bother them, but they don't pay anything. Now free tax than they so many things the NRA the balance where they not pay tax for. So many unless them be big shop, then be big thing dollar. You want be a black market changer. You not get license. You know they pay revenue. Musician, how many musicians that they make show na salon where they pay tax NRA because they for the tax the ticket Nigeria where they make it show where they make Ghana where they make it show the government NRA they put tax per you ticket where you don't collect revenue give them you but salon now maybe now one show they go to pay but when they don't make the money they all still go to their pocket. They are maybe not feel somebody no more. They know they pay them. They know they are go after themselves. Although they're not, I don't say if they not make much, but the idea is that they learn for they pay the tax. Then worker, the government worker, how many taxes that they pay? Because if we pay, let me say first NRA, you pay your city council tax. Would you see and I will check the one way they work here. Pay federal tax, social security, county tax, and state tax. So there are about 4 taxes that they take. You don't get your federal, social security, state tax, and the county where they work. State tax and county, they're not a joke. Because I saw that they take their money that they develop the road. Let's say the work now, not to just NRA no more that they cut, maybe they don't record district tax. We forget anything and the national tax, district tax, or the district where you come on. You know, chiefdom tax, all them things and they for the come up by people they pay check there. You get chiefdom tax, you get district tax, they get you national tax. 3. But they know they do that, not just NRA. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Yes, caller. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Good morning again. This is Fodi Mustafa from Leicester. I want to thank you again for another program. As usual, me on side in the morning, I just listen to, the analyst them. I don't get to all the program. For me, idea today now about the central bank, where it gets a very important role for Salon in Goan before. Me, I see the media as as a tool. If we use them well,
I mean, the message they go. We just get for be consistent for they tell the authorities then because they know the problems of Sierra Leone, but they deliberately are not taking, the right actions. You see, we the toxic salon. I mean, the other time we got the loan issue. Say, oh, we get too much loan, we get too much debts. But the debts they will take, they're not the problem. Which kind of debt will they take? Like for instance, just this week, uh, they don't propose to loan them. If Parliament open, then loan them they surely they pass them. One now for $189 million we can the Imkela talk say they don't talk to the president or waiting for sustainable energy, electricity way. This is only for 30 megawatts of electricity. And the other loan where they talk about now the Ministry of Employment, Rado Soare, win 100 million. So these two loans will be about 300 million. Well, this is now another example for say the loans they win and they take not to for solve the problems of the country. Because when we talk about first kind of loan where they propose 180 million for 30 megawatts of electricity. Then just the say things the way the West, they desire, not to within we the desire, not to within the country they desire. China, where they go fast in terms of economics, they don't care about clean energy. Then say they want to find jobs for their people. So the investment that they make, now follow the people and get jobs, let the economy grow. So they don't, but you go and talk about clean energy, where the dirty energy if you not get them. And then you go take loan, you can put only 30 megawatts of electricity. I mean, this is not the poverty rate we talk about Salon because all central bank them, the countries, the advanced countries, they take loans, but the loan the way they take, not the one the way they get jobs, the one the way they create, economic growth. I always give the examples of Belgium where at Nairobi Day. Because I always get this point about central bank. Why central bank they only work in Africa? But central bank they work in the West. In 2012-13, where a lot of companies then closed in one region because I've already because you talk about say other countries in the region them important, but Salon and a district now so they call them so now make district important. But other countries now regions or within them call provinces in a Salon or we in a Salon na districts they will call them. They call them Limburg and Belgium. The company then closed so many that lots of jobs were lost. Which the government go? Now the central bank then go borrow 4 billion. They can invest them for jobs. At the end of the day, 5 years later, all man don't get job back. So you see the problem about loans and which kind of loan you need. But if you go take loan, then no more for can expand the loan level, and then you at the end of the day, nothing will change. Loans them like Japan, now the highly indebted Western country. Japan gets a GDP, a loan equivalent to 220% of the GDP. Because now the central bank they go, nobody go ask them, say, I can't pay. Even the UK na also during this COVID year, then go borrow money, plenty at the central bank, they can give loan them to business people. But nobody will collect them because now the central bank now then they go borrow money. And the loan they go take now for expand the economy. Why will you government central bank they only work? And when they go now the West for go take money, now wasted money and they go take, and then they can begin to put pressure on government for do this, for do that, and for this for further weaken the economic situation of the people. You see the problem about why they talk about loans? Loans will be a loan where be say it can invest them in the economy so that the economy they grow. But if you go take loan where be say, there's no way for can help the people. If they can further put them in economic difficulty, I can't understand what kind of economics they go study. You see, now we go take loan we be say that loan do look for let's just give this last example. They say we get a bauxite now but local where between $8 to $15 billion worth.
Why government no go borrow if na 300, $500 million? For kind investor no get the 15 billion. Then say then 11 and go and take 300 million loan money. We in order for can change the narrative. Well, how Salon would do if we get 15 billion? Salon they change. But they know they go take loan or for invest on things the way they make the country go before. Well, it's always the doubt about the central bank. Don't we continue for us to question them? Why the central bank not working as a loan? Because all the Western countries the way they talk say they get money. So if they say when I can't pay a loan, not debt them, they're not getting nothing. America you pay trillions. But they not dey pay am. Why? Because they go to the central reserve for take that money there. But when they go to other people, they go borrow money, then we can't get problem. And the money we dey go take, we can't put them for can't pay salary. Now the condition that they will get today, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
Good problem.
Yeah. Yes, Gwatonga, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. One thing I noticed since I all come back in this country is the fact that the people then don't be so brainwashed by the politician then and the religious leader then. The fastest way where the people then feel say na for make money, na for join politics or you open church. Lately now I don't notice the alpha man themselves they join politics, but then they do more on the side of reject the politician them. The politician they use them for maybe they spread and lies then to people then, which now more form of brainwash. The people there who just be so complacent, they could just happy. I'm not gonna say happy. Who not just want to do anything for change. Now make who will get government over government. Not the same thing no more. I don't think it difficult for country this small for make who get electricity. Who get water where I be the overseas. The area where we they will not been get any river there. So most of the water, not like the Uva Dam, maybe they come out. If you really look at all the natural resources within this country, you go ask yourself, why governments will come and go? We're not going to get a sustainable electricity. The previous caller they talk about UNGA, they take loan, and then loan then they no more. Who go continue for take? Why we not go think about maybe we privatize this electricity problem? We'll get into a company. We'll go overseas. People the way they do them. Company then they where they go say, okay, this na essential service where then able for come invest. Before I they come, I've been get idea they what I bring to somebody we're close to the president. The way where they want do and self, they want to make you give them money before you even start for talk to the people that like the minister at the time. The minister say he forgets 50% of the company shares. Basically, the president get forget half, or this person get forget this person get for that. So the man then say, okay, so we not even start it. We not don't demand this. Then this that's where myself will be part of. So how you go say you will carry help country where upfront they don't charge you say that this you forgive before you even enter. You can start your company. Where this company now therefore been come and solve this electricity problem. But me not to the only person. Before me say being foolishly if you say I go able for do that, somebody else tell me the similar problem, you know. So me I don't know. We the people that now we just don't decide say now so God say. Now make I say we all brainwash. We all brainwash. This still the way the situation at the country is so bad off. But we just okay with that. Like we not mean for change. I guess would they feel like okay. Now so God say we get for it. So me, I don't know how we go change because we don't get people then before they become minister, before they join politics, they get all them good ideas. Yeah, now this I can always say people then very good ideas. But you go ask, okay, you don't be minister now. Why you not change them problem? Yeah, we been get solution for. It's all because they don't say the people they're not going for do nothing. Nobody need to pay attention to parliament. What they do, what they do, nobody no know. So how you gonna know if they pass bad policy them na parliament? Nobody need to monitor. Now recently, I see people they talk about they want pass this bill, they want pass this bill. The country they all been there, they pay attention to them thing and they know who that votes for who that. They know who that votes for this, who that votes for that. But really, they no more you we just say okay, we just they agree on anything what government bring to we. How politician go fit say they do the wrong thing? They say minister they pass you now. Oh man, they want go to Ibobode, oh Ibobode day, he put 1 million, he give them. Oh, they're glad. So the politician they look at okay, so I guess we need to do anything wrong. People they like we. So me triple I don't know what thing we go work and get the ideas yeah day and night so they talk about why the country not go do this, why the country not go do this. Would they ever look into why would they get the ideas yeah, but would they in power would they able to do anything? Basic thing in this country. You get human the way they go around the country. Man, do a survey. Talk to people there. Ask them the heights. Start with that first. Nobody not know your heights at this country. Yeah. In weights, nobody not know. Some people then shoe size they not know. So that's how just people they not care. You know, we not just care at this country. It's so funny. When I've been here overseas, I've been get some of the Arabian issues for. What did I say? Oh, I know me size, but they send me picture of me foot. So based even if he say when me looking foot, I go able knows in size shoes. So if you're human being, adults, people that they know their height and weight till they die. Now this country. No, take a challenge on that. Prove me wrong. Say man and tomorrow na Freetown. Send some upline. Call 1,000 people then. Ask them weight and height. Nobody not gonna know. So how will for change? Triple A. You know what they do? We all normal talk. They do a great job by the way. You know, you people they're all over. You know, then there's I see some of you man in the streets. You know, so I go say good luck. But I don't think we're ready for change. The change for come out from we, not from the politician. Now we go put pressure on the politician for many politician and change. But if we not put pressure on them, no, I don't think they're able for change. Una good morning.
Thank you very much, Batonga. Yes, Ahmed. You get
Yes,
5 minutes. Sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank for taking us through to all the analysis you don't make. And I want to say thanks to Brother Ezekiel and Brother Tony as well. As you did downtown, you give me update. You know, Brother, you did try in the sense that for me we propagate most of these issues the way they will call today now country, you know, at least you do very great work and God bless you for that. You see, I just want to go through, you don't say it all, and the contributors, and they were all right towards this judiciary system and then this police arrest and how then they lock up people and some of them legal and some illegal. You know, if you look at majority of the arrests today now in country, these are young guys, like just what you say. You know, one incident we explain, we church me, and that teach way they go set up a place for charge a phone, and then all of a sudden, and the thief man come as alleged, and then thief them property there. But this guy gets a profession, he gets a qualification. Why can't the system allow him to work and pay this debt rather than taking him to prison for 4 years? Because almost 4 years. If you spend 3 years, 7 months, it's almost 7 years and 4 years now complete. So imagine that. So if it's a young guy now, it totally psychologically don't go down. And there are many of these kind of cases inside the prison. It's a young guy, some of them with care riders for minor traffic offense. And like what you can see, that they make them prosecution there. This police, do they have any legal mind to prosecute for certain crime? You know, and that's an understand. Because the police officers don't take all of the statements and stuff. They go for look into them before they prosecute you to the court. But in fact, they can arrest you and lock you in the cell for some days over the time we for spending where it is not right. And when we, we see radio saying that you want to develop capital, human capital development. But today, look at the people within our prison. Most of them, they are just protesters. In Tumbu, in Lonsar, in McKinney, all of them guys are with any arrest. So if the president, and they say, and these guys, they are terrorists, and they have guns, and they have machetes, and they have pistols, because now, when you play that interview now with viewers, so if them people are arrested and being locked into prison, how do you think they will free them with all of this allegation where the Madabi himself don't say they have this kind of weapons and stuff? So majority of them today, these are just protesters, some of them with black card and stuff, they are there in prison. And therefore release them small. Some of them are plenty, majority of them are still there. So how the judiciary will able look into their statements and free them up? This is not a thing. So we get a long way for go. So far, they spill over right around the country with young guys standing in our prison. We not supposed for the day. We supposed for come out and find a living. And again, if I go towards the system, because for me, I like to talk about the educational system. I get a friend of mine, they had a school now and they just promoted her recently. As I tell you last week, even chalks, 20,000 for a box of chalk. She goes in to buy. And like today I talked to her. I say, I got for pay people for brush the school. These are municipal schools. I say, did you do that on your own? He say, yes, you can for take me money for pay workers. So imagine that. And these people will talk about sustainability, education for complete living. So imagine that kind of thing there. So how the school system is run with all of that, when somebody at the head not even gets a computer for making he put on data names. Up to today, we are on register with the right names them. Now Elijah for students there. So when the head not even get a side where they keep names them when a computer system. So imagine, and they talk of digital age, and they talk of the school, how they run away chalk self no day. There was a day when I mentioned that somebody come to say, I'm not saying it. But I have people on the ground. I was once a teacher. So I get guys who graduate at a very young age, and they're still in the school system. And I think besides you can talk about this health system. Like when I was in the Gambia actually teaching, the school where I've been there, the principal assigned to the market too many they can sell at the school. And for making it, they always go get a medical paper. I come in and verify them before I get in, they get space for selling at the school because they test it. Imagine that small nation has that kind of thing, and that tax go to government. But today, I guess people who they sell and market. Sometimes I ask them, did you go to the hospital and do you have something like a ticket? They say no, but they sell like that. And these people they play with food. So the system and how we do run a country like this. Some of these taxes have to go, these most things with the health system, go to the government. But again, this money, even if they implement anything there, does it go to the government? No, it go in an individual pocket. We will be young, we will be free town. We get sanitary officers that come around for check and see, and then levy fines. And by then, at least it was somehow sustainable. But today, corruption don't overcome. I don't know if they will say the government or the country not getting money. Now, they can go back with a small tax here, and they sustain. Before that, today there are a lot of people things the way they kill people, there's some this the way they get. Now from this water only they drink. Because imagine you dig a well, and that well, you don't know which mineral would be within it. Because one thing we will fail for realize, when those wells are dig down the earth, they meet rocks, and rocks are full of minerals. Rocks are minerals. They contain so many minerals that these all are coming from there. Pure. So, and people don't understand this. And if even do something, even get a better chemical for making it become pure, people drink them, then get a lot of disease today. So just look at when you go to the hospital, so you find out that a lot of things, young guys, and they die down based on all of this. So we know they know because people already check their blood. People don't get any sustainability with when it comes to the gas or health system. So we have a lot to do. For me, even the education wise, I they go back to suggest say make people then pay a minimum fee so that they will able to run the schools then. Because I don't think government get that sustainability for run school down. So they look at how many private schools in Freetown. So me, I dey against that. Because somebody go build a school now in house. You don't get field, you don't get no other facilities. There's no toilet. And the government, they allow them for run. These are people that will just get bribe to they get linked with some of these big men and then they run the school and they get a percentage like that's so the country don't turn today. And they look at these guys come to power, talk about good things on paper. But they come in the wrong footing. We don't see nothing like that. There's nothing we develop so far with all of the sectors there. But here we come, we have a leader where they go into the world stage and talk of all sustainability, talk of work, talk of health, all of these things in a rousing manner. Say that everything is well and good, which is not right. So, we get a long way for Gumi, brother. You see, we keep talking some of these things and we continue to say it until we get a footing and until we see that how this country will be fixed. Because we are a small nation, 7 point something million people. I don't think it's hard for we for more to develop. No, we just need somebody, a leader who really gets vision. But these guys, they all now become rich. These are guys who do security work now in the UK and some parts of the world. Today they are rich guys. Look at the cars they drive. If you buy Jeep for Paramount Chief, for leaders and other, when the teacher don't even get a laptop, you don't even get an iPad, but Paramount Chief they get Jeep just because government they support you to whatever you're doing. These are the some of the things today we see. This is wrong, my brother. Anyway, thank you very much for the program, and we continue to say our minds. We keep talking anyway. We can't stop saying some of these things. So I want to say thanks once again, and thanks for your team down there, where they do a very marvelous job and for giving most of this information. Thank you again once more.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Yes, Mohammed, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I greet everybody in this noble forum and all the listeners. I tell you plenty. Thank you for a job well done. This story will be the try for talk about the guy from Conway, when Mr. Sise, when Sori Sise at the age of 51, where the accused say a raping wife. Based on the culture and tradition, this was a serious case, because we want to go to the path of modernizing, especially with country. And a rape now with country, if the way they analyze what's in a rape, believe you me, so many of we people, including even who that didn't go jail, and they will go jail for a very long time. And then listen to this news, to this explanation where the Justice Department key say now after we the possible serve for over since 2017, and then where you get few months from they release you, then the court come, they say, okay, will they release you for good behavior? Una go reconcile with the family. This could have done we for don't get structures and we for don't set up programs and like this. For me, we get family them way they unite people and because uniting families it would be a very good development for especially for the human development we government and they try to talk about. Because a family will unite, it will get the opportunity for me then come together, they're able to get almost 80% possibility for me then grow better picking them. Than you get laws them where they try for separate people them where it be say this country today, even where we there, we know say people are not believing marriages anymore. And the homes them where we come back home and as alone, we get a great family value. So this nothing where governments them for don't embark on for me then try for promote really family values them. And I think say then put the cat before the horse. Because they could have something way for unite the family and before they prosecute them. If again, man, my person no get me wrong, say people are not the rape woman, even when they marry them, they not go force them. You may go to the extent wherein if the person demands so violent, I think say it is a crime, and where they create the instrumental situation for the woman as well. But we get culture and traditions them as well. Now we country where it be say where even you are married a woman, the first question would see then they ask you, they say, what you come for this woman for? Especially we will come on at the south. Then they ask you, they say, what you come marry this woman for? And you they explain the reason why. You see, now for sleep with them overnight, or for sleep with them whatever time where I need them. So if you come, the one person they breach in your contract at the end of the day, somebody else come and say no, not a rape. I think say we therefore even go through them, we lost and the law, we see exactly how we go able to bring them into the way we live. The other thing I want to talk about, there was a very, very interesting panel. I don't know whether the AYV on Sunday or something, where the one of them market woman them with Imran Sina and somebody else. There was a comment where that mommy, there was really an explanation with that mommy based on the markets where they sell, where it said and get markets them where they call diamond markets. Yes, the diamond market. This was a very, you did into farming. This was a very, very important thing where people in the claim they think and say the problem we get in Salon on our country, them especially Africa, the problem is the farming itself. Not knowing that it's not the farming we get problem with. The things that way they grow within certain time in we country, if we get structures them for more we preserve them product than they, guess what? They can run we over the years. But if you come, for example, mango come out, where mango come out, you go see the mango in the street, it they overflow. And then at the end of the day, within 3 months, you go see them again. Because we lack of the management of saving this product. So which means we lost the storage facility, and even when you're not a farmer, so we don't do so much into farming. We are very, very impressed with you. They do so much over. But at the end of the day, guess what they happen? You way they do the farming, now you get for do the marketing as well. And where you do the marketing, you get for do the distribution as well. So what's you get for stand? Now we talk about this. What's you get for stand? Where would they talk about productivity? And there are chain in any situation. Me where the farm not for big in the man way for distributor, I'm not for make be the person way for worry for man I take this product account and at the market. You forget another person where they can maybe go make them profitable way they take them to the market, and from the market where they make the people and how they call them, they save them somewhere where ABC it go save to either its temperature or to the safe storage where it go there and where it go last for a particular moment. But if somebody go buy pepper and within the time where the pepper there, and if you take you 1 week, the pepper don't boil, what you gonna do? These are the things that we're missing at the country. So then structures and if we bring them together, believe me, you don't even need to go trust money to somebody. With lack of storage. Now that's make there was a time again where I talk one time on one program. I say unless we begin to see where the government they talk about farms and farming, let them begin to see for outside them farms there, outside them production there. Now we see how much storage within the bill in different kind. Then that they determine say really we serious about that. But believe me, we are not. The rest what we now dry food no money ain't able to sustain us alone. Without dry food, we can't do anything. Because when the dry food, you go able to store them for a particular time, At the end of the day, the fresh food, they're not going to survive. Plus, we begin to dry them, and then at the end of the day, and any product, potato leaf, you not go dry potato leaf, you see, they wait for them. When you cook them, they get in taste. So these are the things that we will really concentrate by. The layman gets more idea about the market than the man themselves within the land and at the market, na school. And it comes to one last thing where I want to say. I find them very intriguing for now we get the parliament. Then look at the whole of the job, the people where they employ. They say we over how they call it? Overemployed. Can you imagine the parliament is overemployed and get for court over 100 and something people. Because then people, then guys, the politicians, and we use this place for me them go to just dump people and way they support them. They kept dumping them. Now they begin to realize, I think it's too much. I look at things like a system working in the country. If actually outside system then they work, you employ the right person at the right place. But if you can look at a situation and you say, I think so too plenty, when you realize that 150 people, this was serious. So that's one of the few things in this summer way I want to talk about this weekend. I say thanks to everybody, and I wish everybody a wonderful weekend. I wish everybody good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed.
Yes, good evening. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm with the talk next week.
You get the platform.
On the go. Thank you very much for this program. Today, this program fine, and although long, but all the same, we're there for learn and for giving you small input. With the talk concerning the court, you see, there was a very good system in the courts. Some people no go agree with what I will say, but then they finally will say things to them. You know, when they create them, be they in governance, they create when they be in governance, system be they. They been get a very good system. All area, all government area or institutions where they be the head, they been get a system. But waiting happen, when we country manka, we can't spoil everything. Because we want grab one thing. Like the court so. Like the traffic way we be the talk about then this year. They been get traffic court. We be the sit in the afternoon. All them traffic case them. Now afternoon I be the sit, and they be the sit. They been get a judge and the priest. Where they preside over them courts. Sometimes they go up to 10 cases for the one order for dismiss them. The one order for fine them, and go pay. But as time they go, the police themselves begin for say, well, let them do their own thing they're not in place. So the courts begin for the reduce. The police then do all the money then at the hand. And so the courts take for boil. Same with rent. First of all, begin rent assessment court. Wherein when me landlord, I just I go raise you rent without I not tell you or I not give you any reason for increase your rent. You get the right for take me go to court. Now be afternoon back that court they be the seat after 2 o'clock. Where the normal court session can done 9 in the seat. Then they go to assess me also and then they tell me almost we have for tell me tenant for pay. We be very good. And when they tell me so that no me say for can give you notice. That na be system may be the work. And not to be judged they be the sit down pardon case then do. Now they retired pardon. Then civil servants them. And they be the go do one, not to say they be the paid, they be the do one with a free will, just like how we get them so now. Then part them man the weekend retire and they'll mammy there. Where they can go take up there and waiting and they call and job them. So system be there. Coming to the laws them, then they repeal and repeat we laws them anytime. And that then are the duty of the Attorney General, the DPP. Because we get craftsman them, where then are law officers department, where then they come, the Attorney General call them, say, let we come. Let me look at them laws there so. They were the obsolete. Let me see how we can repeal and repeat some of them. So for them fines there so and then illegal arrest and detention. Now we can pull everything. Look like one video where they look where the police they threaten then people are with arrest on this last protest. So you wait when you come out to me or you go meet up. Really? You are there to save lives and property. Then you threaten the life. So wait till you don't send to the public. Now that make we there behind the system. Now we pull we the countryman there. Creole go then also they eat 100,000 inside 1 whole year. Will they take a small? When they come for audit type, they say 10,000 short, they try for replacer. Where countryman can 100 million, they take inside 1 day. Double contract. Countryman, then go say, oh, procurement. This thing so it cost. Where countryman go say triple the price. And then the system begin for poil. Now we poil the system. The system a day. If only we change the attitude, we change the mindset, and say, you know what, we don't tape on this year, we not see better. Then we come back and set this thing, so let we run like I suppose for one. Salon the better. Salon, we get boku means for generate funds. We get boku just like how the various speakers they don't say. We get so many ways there for generate funds. But Usai, look how government school they don't are lucky. When are the very government teachers then, and they be the commot then go teach now the private school, and then they'll be get very few private school. Now everybody they open school with no accreditation for their schools. Then if they check them properly, some of them go close them because they not get all what it takes for open school. Sorry, everybody they open school na salon. And are the very government teachers there, now they be the go teach at the government at the private school. Now the people themselves who then they employ now untrained and unqualified people and then they employ for teach. So how we go get best education? How we go get this quality education where the beginning they sit down and they wait for the car with question and answer inside examination hall? It takes the attitude for make salon. Don't forget about these politicians there. First there, you didn't know your party, you go vote, you can't continue for do your business. The country be the one very well. It not be day boku, but we be content. Papa they didn't host the whole government work, but the beginning they manage for go school. The wef Denton and they say most of the country wef they say now host they be their housewives then. As we begin for land book, so things begin for change. Now we call ourselves career women. Now they don't call themselves because some of we not did it. Career women. They know how for the, if I go say, under control of a man. We're not to control self, not just submission, simple submission. So we get a lot for do down there before we go reach to the politicians there. Now, because of we laziness, make the politician and they use we and they trample on we rights them. A lot of Sierra Leoneans they don't know the simple civic basic rights them. Oh no. So now I make as police say, hey, you don't want. You don't able for team up, you don't go challenge the police, but you able for defend yourself. But the police they again themselves not sabi the law there. As you begin for defend yourself, oh, you want challenge me? Oh, you want tell me say you sabi the law, and then they arrest you unlawfully, then go detain you. Some of them they not they ever go court. Then they boku they not ever go na court. The court so polarized where countryman they from more countryman turn doctor, now doctor business stronger na salon. For more countryman turn lawyer, now lawyer business stronger. For more countryman turn landlord, now host dear. The worst of itself is where you go make the host, where you go rent the host, you make them for you convenient. Give yourself 6 months. Now notice then they give you. A very, very bad. So we able for fix the system. Because like waiting the president in the go and talk so, you know, Krioman Paul Paribu say, cow say it is poor road. You know, no say na that thing I is left na do. You know? You they say that thing then they like na campaign, you the campaign will you can get elections back. You're not able for talk for pushing down the tension within the country. You're not able for talk for see say you know waiting this thing on the apple let's try for cool down this tension. Yeah, so let us begin for talk like a president. we get the honor of fountain, freedom and justice. But that you they add more gas, more fuel to the hearts of people. You know, we go try or not go try for talk. And we tell on thank within at this platform, where they go all around the country, nationally, internationally, for bringing the news then can to we. And we say try for see how far we go, digest and digress some of them things in the let God help we all, let we able for work towards the betterment of Salome, so that our people then go live a better life. I tell you now, thank you for listening. God bless you all. Good
Thank you
night.
very
Today.
much, Auntie
Thank you
Sarah.
very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Auntie Sarah, I locked the domot for we. Yeah, we've been here almost 5 hours now. Thank you. You were able for Saturday, now the juice day, now everything day. It's not easy, but we appreciate everybody in time for all they spend the night. We'll also the rest on Sunday, and we'll come back on Monday well energized. We'll go join the YV on Sunday tomorrow. And God being our helper, waiting some of we want for Sierra Leone go happen while we're still alive. While we're still there alive. Not of us who want to let happen, we don't go before. No. While we're still there on planet Earth. Thank you. We go there back on Monday. Rest. Triple A, are you gonna? I don't even know. But anyway, God being our helper. One day, Salon will be that country where we all want time for being. Till we meet again. Triple A say, ta-ta.